Hi. Hello. How's it going, everybody? I realized very suddenly, I was like, God, I feel so tired. Why is that? Oh, thank you, Astral, as always. You're so wonderful. Your continued support. Anyway, I forgot to take my meds, so I'm gonna chew some gum. Turn the brain back on a little bit. Feeling a little eepy. Boy, I am feeling that eepy. Anyway, yeah, a little bit. Hi everybody, how was the rest of your weekend? Good, I hope. Some art company, hey, perfect. That's exactly what this is supposed to be. Here, I'll pop over here. No. Hi. Hey everybody. No wait, you know what? Well, okay. I'll talk first and then I'll get there. So, hello everybody. Art stuff, huh? So my pal, Gemma, was like, I'm gonna go on an art improvement journey. We're leveling up this summer. And I was like, sick, let's fucking do it. Let's do like actual concentrated art studies every day, of which I immediately have dropped the ball. Which isn't to say I wasn't like working on stuff. I was still managing to draw things. So, you know, productivity still all the same. Better than nothing. And I was liking the stuff. I was working on more of those charms, like the Halloween Sora I was doing more of those. And I was trying to draw Tron Sora, not the grid, but Space Paranoids, and I was trying to draw it from memory. It looked actually better than I still remembered a lot of the big shapes. I remembered how like the pants interact a bit and like the weird chest shape and stuff, and he has kind of big shoulders. I remembered those, but I was not. I really fucked up that fucking helmet. That was not even fucking close. I remember that it came down here and it like went this way, and that's about all I had. So that was fun. So I've been working on those a little bit, but trying to do like actual like figure drawing, which is something that I've wanted to like. There's always like desire of wanting to improve your art, but it doesn't mean that I always like have the fucking spoons or brain or anything to go do it. But it sure would be nice, because drawing for myself for fun has been a bit of a struggle for a while. Because I can feel stuff getting in the way of like things I want to do, you know, where I'm just like, I'm lacking some kind of structure and like familiarity with things. Pieces and parts I can draw just fine. I don't know why I could always draw a foot or a shoe with like virtually no issue. I don't know. I don't know why. I can do that, but when it comes to actually like, I think it's a lot of the connecting parts. It's like the hips and like the shoulders and stuff like that. When that shit gets a little more involved, something about it, like, it always feels stiff and unnatural to me in a way that I want to improve at. Instead of like moving pieces like a doll, you know what I mean? And so, you know what would help with that? Figure drawing. Yeah, drawing the whole body at once and like familiarizing yourself with the big shapes and how they're all moving together, instead of just like, I drew a face looking this way a little bit and then they go eat like that, and then I draw some shoulders and then I don't know what to do with the rest of it and I leave it. Which is like, honestly, if that's all you ever want to do, that's totally fine. But that's not all I want to do. I want to do more, and it's driving me crazy that I feel like that's all I'm stuck with. Hips are the worst. How are they so simple and yet so difficult? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the same where it's just like, it really is like the connecting joints here. These big, you know, you got your hips and your shoulders and you got your hips. And that kind of directs literally everything else in the body, are those two major, you know, crossroads. And so I feel like understanding those will make everything else kind of follow suit in a way. So those are the pain points specifically I want to target, but I think generally just doing figure drawings and trying to work that muscle a little bit is what I want to do. Anyway, I did one day. I was like, okay, here I go. I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to start doing some of this stuff. And I found a really old I have like a bunch of little sketchbooks that I've never used, or just like weird little things, right? Little books and stuff. Sitting around. And I can't say that I'd be like so precious about it. It's just I've always like had a just I don't know, art's hard. And I wasn't drawing with any kind of regularity since, you know, the advent of Kingdom Hearts in my life. So like I had a bunch of shit where I'd draw like 2 or 3 things in it and then I'd be like, I hate this, and then I'd stop. So I have them lying around. And I wanted to work with it like physically in front of me just to like do something else that isn't just me on my tablet, because it is a little different, you know. It's like my tablet is like over here. I can show you. You can see my workstation. I draw with my tablet over here to the side. And I'll have trouble sometimes when I'm trying to draw like on paper or like on a screen tablet because my hand's in the way. It's something about it just won't fucking click in my brain. It's different. Drawing on paper is a little easier. Drawing on a screen tablet doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I don't know why. It like did for a time. I was like, oh, this is not so bad. I'm doing stuff. I have like several little pieces I drew on my tablet that I still like even. But something shifted. I slid backwards and now I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But anyway, I wanted to. So you can see some of my really old, this is in like 2017. Ugh. I'll go over here. Okay. So this is my old, I'm not afraid to show my old bad art, because everybody has to know that you could go from drawing nothing to drawing whatever you want. As long as you got the brain worms, you got the will, you got the heart, you got the way, you can do anything you want. Anyway, I'm guessing that this is 2017. I'm like pretty fucking sure because of what's on the next page, and this looks like it was all drawn at the same time. So I'm assuming that this was, yeah, it's Sans. I have much better drawn Sans. I was drawing in pen, so when you know, you're fucked at that point. You draw it, it looks bad, you're like, well, but it's funny seeing a lot of this stuff and then being able to draw like a little something, and my lines are just a lot more confident. So this one, ooh, hold on. Let me turn off the, there we go. That way it won't get all fucky. Anyway, okay, you can see this is all like old whatever shit. And then when I came back, here's just a little one I drew down here that like just looks better. But on the next page, is a bunch of like Soras that are definitely like me trying to figure it out still. I can tell. And I remember specifically when I was watching my pal Velo play, that I was like, I remember like specifically trying to like draw Sora and just like figure out what the fuck is going on with his hair, right? And I don't know if it was this one or if it was another drawing pad, but I was definitely still trying to figure it out. I was writing things down because I came back to this and I was like, cool, I'm just gonna write little notes for myself so I can remember, and then there's been such a gap in time. And then, you can't see him very well, but I was doing figure studies. And the pencil, I was like, damn, this shit is not coming through. Like, I thought I was doing myself a favor by working with a pencil, and it was incredibly light. Anyway, here's this other page. Let's see, I'm looking at a screen. So you can see over here the really early Soras. Here's a Sora that I drew. You can see I wrote 2023 next to it. And all of this is, I'm assuming, 2017. So, like, basically while I was going through the series. Another Sora. Here's a Riku that I very obviously was like, dude, fuck this. drawing eyes sucks and I hate it. And then I drew a little guy next to him. 2023, assuming 2017. If anything, it'd be at least maybe latest would be like early 2018. Because I started playing Kingdom Hearts at the end of 2017. So that was because it was like October. So it was basically like, I'm assuming this is just while I was still going through. But yeah, anyway. I definitely, a lot of this is like, I can just tell that like my lines are just more confident. Like, again, as I wrote underneath him, I said, I have like 5 years of drawing this little dude under my belt. So it comes really easily. Like his hair, I don't have to think about it, so I'm not like struggling with the lines as much or anything. Um, I can see a lot of like things I wanted to draw that I've gotten a lot better at drawing. Stuff like that. I don't know. Like the way it's just like some of the expressions and stuff like that where I'm like, oh yeah, like I know how I'd like draw that now kind of a thing and like what I was trying to do. So you can see all the weirdo, this one with like the pen where I was like, oh fuck, oh shit, you know. Um, anyway, yeah. So this is my little pad and I still want to like keep drawing in it, but for stream today, we're going to be doing things on, well, a monitor, because, otherwise, how the fuck are you gonna see what I'm doing? But here you can see, I'll try my best to fucking show you, okay? I will do my damnedest. Because it's really light. So I was doing figure drawing, and I started with, I basically was doing, like, a class, right? Where it's like, oh, it starts you with, like, 30-second drawings, and then like a minute, and then 5 minutes, and then one of them's like 10 minutes or something. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking, and then I was gonna go like, so all of these are like 30 seconds. I'm like squinting at my other screen to see. A lot of these are, okay, this is not 30 seconds. I'm lying to you. This really detailed one, it threw a curveball of like a wild fucking image at me of a guy like balancing on his hands, butt ass naked, in a way that I was like, and so I just paused it and I was like, I'm just gonna like kind of draw this one out a little more. And then I moved on. And the thing is, a lot of like my 30-second ones are like, I need to just focus on like the bigger shapes without it being accurate. Like, it's okay. That's what I'm coming to find, and like seeing others doing the same thing, is that it can look sloppy, it can look messy, that's okay. As long as you're getting the feeling of the pose. Do that first before trying to make it look accurate, quote unquote, because save that for when you have more time. That's what I'm learning. I have to turn that off. There's like being detail oriented, and then there was like a lot of, I had a teacher when I was in art college, and he was my life drawing teacher, so this was relevant. And he was like, yeah, like I had to say this, like, I don't feel like I'm really good at this stuff. And he was like, no, you are good at this thing, but like you keep drawing like more of like a perfect image instead of like what is in front of you. And I was like, I understand what you mean, that a lot of it's like, okay, I see that they have a leg, and instead of drawing their leg, I'm drawing this practiced nice leg I have come to learn to draw, right? As opposed to drawing their leg or something like that. And so when I was going into these, I was like, okay, I really want to try and draw what's in front of me. I want to draw like what I'm seeing, flaws and all, because like getting that stuff down really helps, I feel like, when you're drawing stuff for yourself. It's like the little things, it's the little details, you know what I mean, that can make something feel like, ooh, so real. Whether it's just like a fold of like a belly in a way when somebody like turns or like does something and you're just like, oh, it's just a small detail, but you know what, I saw it in that person, and you keep that with you. You'll need a VOD for that. Okay, well, I mean, hey, guess what I've been doing? The VOD will be here, and we can do little exercises together, and it'll be nice. But anyway, when it comes to 30 seconds, and we'll try to do this together, don't worry about it actually looking accurate. That's not the point. you're training your eye to see the distinct shapes of the person. And you're starting that's basically like the baby steps. It's way harder than it's than it sounds. You're like, yeah, whatever shapes. Yeah, no, like you're like, "Oh my god, what is this? This looks so weird and not right." That's okay. Don't worry. You've got like 5 more ahead of you. Just keep going, right? Just keep you're like, "This looks like shit." Keep going. Just keep going. It's fine. You'll have more chances. And every time you'll have a little bit more knowledge to be like, "Oh yeah, I kind of did this last time. We're going to, rein that in just a little bit." Stuff like that. So yeah, don't worry. Just try to like just let it be kind of messy. You're just trying to get the feeling of the pose. You're just trying to get like the big shapes. And that's about it. It can look as funny and weird as you want, and the more you'll do it, the more it'll just get refined. You'll be like, "Yeah, people shapes. Uh-huh." So, that's what 30 seconds are for. And mine are a lot of not that. Some are better than others. Some I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, I can draw a leg, I can do all of this, but a lot of them are like, I couldn't even get the full form out. You want to, at least, even if it's like a stick figure, even if it's just like some blobs, try to get head to toe the full body. It's okay if you can't. But that's kind of what we're here for. We're trying to get to, like, I just wouldn't even get that far because I'd get too caught up on trying to make the shape look right, for like, again, I'm trying to copy what I'm seeing, and it's not going so good. Get the shapes. It doesn't have to look accurate. Pro tip, if you're drawing things too zoomed in, it's because you're letting your vision focus on the trees and not the forest. Yes, exactly. This is something that if you are doing this digitally, if we're doing this together and we're both doing it digitally, keep your shit zoomed out. Do not zoom in. Keep it zoomed out. Make sure you can, like, see mostly the edges of your canvas. It will help you a lot. Because when you get zoomed in, you're going to be like, "Oh yeah, and I'm going to get this little thing in this little detail," and you'll find that you're drawing separate parts and trying to glue them together instead of making a whole piece and then coming in, adding more detail, and then you can come in a little closer and add more detail. You don't even have to get that close. You can afford yourself, obviously, the space to work and try to get things nice and clean, but try not to get, like, super close. Try to keep it so you can at least see the edges and let that guide you. Yeah, if you see pixels, you are way too far in. Nobody's gonna see that. Consider every time somebody looks at some picture, it's like a potato chip. They are spending about maybe 10 seconds max if they're really looking this shit over. They're going, "Wow, that's so nice." And they're just gonna be darting around, and they're not gonna be looking at it for that long. Okay, they're not gonna see the, like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to do really finely detailed stuff, because that is totally fine. Just don't get lost in the weeds. And is same with figure drawing. Don't get lost in the fucking weeds. We're just trying to get the whole body shape, good and bad. Anyway, let's see. Let me continue. I really liked the shape of this guy over here. I thought I got the thigh shapes really nice because this guy was really just like, oh, like stretched out, looking sexy, looking nice. But mostly I was just like, oh, like I liked that. I kind of got like the dimension of like the hips and the legs a bit. So I like that one, but that was like a minute one, so I got a little extra time with that. And then before closing everything out, because they increase, it was like you get some 1 minutes and then you get some 5 minutes. And honestly, I was just having some logistics issues when I was drawing on this paper because I don't have a ton of desk space. I was over here leaning in a weird way, and my wrist was at a weird angle, and I was like having to hold this shit down to try and draw on it. And I hurt my wrist. And I was like, yeah, I can't do it this way again. I'm gonna have to like do this at like a table or something, because that was not working out. Not here. So, I could not really, some of this was like, I did not get to like, I mean, I did pause and I did try to like figure things out, but I was just like, oops, I'm not used to how much space I have on this little drawing pad. Oops, I'm running out of space. And I kind of let myself draw over other ones, because again, this is just practice. Don't get precious about it. Just let the shapes happen. And you know those cool like sketch pages you see like some artists you really like and they're just kind of drawn all over and like things are overlapping or there's like a bunch of stuff like going on in one image. And they're all like, just fuck yeah, it looks great. So like, don't worry about it. Just let it, you can let it get messy. Obviously, maybe not to a point where it's like getting in the way and you don't know what you're drawing, but like, just don't worry if they're like touching or even overlapping a little bit. Just let the art flow through you. um, but yeah, anyway, this is my 5 and like 10 minutes. Oh God, sorry. This was my 10-minute, and this person was wearing a full body suit. So they were a bit weird to try and draw, but like, you know, I thought it came out like nice. And anyway, all of this stuff. There you go. Wahoo! Just focus on the big parts, and then you can go into the smaller parts, to the finer details. So anyway, that's my day one. That's my day one that I got, and I haven't done another one since. Granted, it was only like a couple days ago, so it's not that bad. Oh. So, anyway, I'm using you guys as an excuse to do it, but also it's fun to do together. If you see pixels, you're too far in, or you're in the wrong movie. Haha. Anyway, I have this little reusable tablet thingy I've been using for warm-ups. I don't know how to word it. Saving the paper. Or the need to save my scribbles. Yeah, that's fine. Here's the thing, though. It is nice, in a sense. Like, maybe you could always just have, like, one canvas and have it be like, cool, this is my, you know, art warm-up study canvas. Because what's nice is being able to look back and see how you improve. Not just as like a nice little reward for me. It does help you see like specifically what you are doing better. And it helps you keep track of things. That you're like, oh, okay, maybe I thought I did this kind of okay, but like, you know, I've definitely gotten like these shapes and stuff. And it can help just like quantify like what you're doing, because it can feel like you're just like grinding away without accomplishing much if you don't have something to compare it to. So I definitely recommend keeping things around, especially if you're doing, you know, a concentrated effort of doing these things. And you can just have something to compare to. But that's why it's nice digitally, because you don't have a bunch of papers and stuff. But if you have just some scrap shit, whatever sketchbook, like, just don't be afraid to use it. Because that's, like, what I wrote in here. That I was just like, I'm gonna try to actually use this and not be precious about it. Because it's there for a reason, and it's not like I'm fucking, like, what else is it doing? Sitting there? It may as well sit there with drawings in it. So sorry about ads. YouTube folks, though. They're sitting pretty, so. Well, maybe. I don't know how that's working over there, but I'm assuming. Some of my warm-ups are just lines and scribbles more than body parts and stuff. Well, okay, there is a difference between, like, proper warm-ups and, like, figure studies, which is in itself, like, a warm-up because you're still doing task, but, hold on. I'm gonna play a little... That's way too loud. I say as I can't hear it. That's way too quiet. There we go. That should be fine. Worst thing ever is when your ability to see art as a skill is way better than your actual skill at drawing, and they clash so badly. Yeah, and see, that's kind of where I'm sitting right now, and it's driving me, fucking insane. So, I'm trying to change it. Okay, so really important distinction. that there is something when people are like, yeah, you should do warm-ups, you know, before you go and do your art. And there is a much more, I'd say, like, proper, like warm-ups versus just, I should draw something else and then draw something again. Where, imagine, like, warm-ups are just kind of like stretches. Like, that simple. They're literally just stretches. It's just kind of a like, physical, just repetitive little thing. So, for some people, all it is they're like, yeah, I'm doing warm-ups, and they just do this. You just draw a bunch of lines, you draw a bunch of circles. You're just literally, like, warming up your hand to, like, do a bunch of stuff. And sometimes you can make it fun, you know? Like, I was like, you know what's really fun? Drawing Kirby. Because it's a lot of simple shapes. And there's a big difference between drawing, like, circles. Woo! There's a big difference between, like, drawing circles at the beginning and after you've warmed up. It's something that, like, unless you go to compare it, you might not really notice, but, like, it's pretty obvious, like, when I was drawing, I wish I had a screenshot. Let me see. Maybe I do. 2 seconds. So when I was drawing my lanyard, I had drawn the Sora first on the lanyard. And then made my way down, and I did, like, Donald, and I did Goofy. And by the time I got to Goofy, and I was like, damn, this shit rules. I sure can draw. I love this. I went to look back, and I was like, holy shit, the Sora, like, really sucks. And, like, I realized that, like, my process, as I went on, just got figured out more. And so I had to go back and, like, redo him. And I can't even say that he looked necessarily just strictly bad or anything at the beginning, but, like, I could make him better. Swear to God. I can find it. I can find him. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is much better. Can I just put him in here? Nice. Okay, so this is like my first pass at Sora. And, where I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll just make a general standard idea, right? I have a big circle head, and then I just want their dot eyes to be kind of simple. And, like, as I went on, I kind of, like, figured out more of, like, what I could do with it and how it can still look, like, put together. You know, it's still, like, in line with each other. And then I was like, dude, something has to change. There's something wrong with this boy. And so then I came back, and then I fixed him, and it looks way better. It looked way better. Like, the shapes just generally looked better. I could afford myself a bit more detail, because I had just figured that that looked okay as time went on. Like, his, like, gloves and his little feetsies and stuff like that. His face, I feel like, just has a better shape, a little more personality. I changed his hair color. Little stuff where I was like, okay, never mind. I know how to make him look fucking good. Oh, his skin color too. Sorry, I thought I heard something weird. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, warm-ups matter, like, a lot. Like, the more you do it, you're like, oh man, suddenly I can really fucking draw. It's real. That's all I'm saying, is warm-ups and, like, doing shit is real. So doing something that is simple as, like, I'm gonna take, like, 5 minutes, and you're just gonna do this. And you're just gonna see where it gets you. You're gonna draw circles. Why is my monitor shaking so much? Cut it out. You're also gonna shake the camera. Why? Stop. Anyway. Being too harsh on myself. Let me see what you're working on. Ah, I see. Well, I mean, being harsh on yourself isn't gonna do anything. I'm telling you that right now.
Who's shooting at us?
Tiff, hi. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna do some art studies. Do you like my Kirby? Pretty cool, pretty sick. Oh my god, is that a stick bug? A stick a bug? Thank you for the raid. We're gonna be doing art studies specifically. I was gonna do some figure drawing and other stuff like that. And I was just explaining that there's a difference between actual proper warm-ups of just doing like, you know, like just shit like this versus like drawing a whole picture, which people assume usually is like, oh, it's a warm-up, so I'm just gonna do a bad drawing before I get to my good drawing, and then you draw one drawing and then you're upset because maybe it's not that great. So, you know, actual proper warm-ups. Anyway, this is a great thing to start. It's just easy, just little tiny, like, muscle memory kind of things. Doodle a character and scream when it comes out great, but otherwise, simply survive. Good fucking luck. I know some people also draw little squigglies and stuff. It's just, like, whatever fucking, I don't know, do something. Better than nothing. So, do some of those first. And then we can get into, you know, trying to, do, like... I'm making shit up. See, because, like, I'll do stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm drawing a leg. And then I'm like, okay, one. And then I have to, like, connect it. And I'm like, I want to get, like... we're drawing bigger, swooping shapes. You know what I mean? We're just gonna fucking go hardy. Why is my monitor so wibbly? Anyway, maybe that's enough. Where's my clear button? Let's get this shit out of here. Bye, Kirby. You'll be missed. Thank you for your service. Let me set up the, oh shit, what was it called? Was it this one? Yeah, okay. Class mode. Let me set up the figure drawing, and we'll try to do some stuff together. Okay, I'll set it up. You can see it. We'll be looking at the same one. And we'll be doing our best. I have to only covered models. Unfortunately. No dude's like ass right in my face. And then I'm like trying to draw it, but like fast. How should I go about my drawing that I linked? You know, I'm gonna tell you, don't be hard on yourself. Because it's not gonna get you anywhere but frustrated. And that's not gonna help you draw your picture. What I'm gonna say is, genuinely, if you can find, there are a lot of little, like, model placing softwares, which, easier said than done, you know, to, like, go get it and get it working and stuff, but, like, something that will help you a lot is, and I cannot stress this enough, draw from reference. Like, look at stuff, even, like, when you see, like, animators showing their little weird composited pictures of, like, them acting things out, like, artists do this all of the time, and it makes it look better because you're drawing from real life. And stuff like this can help a lot because you have a lot of elements in your brain that is hard to put into a 3D space. Like, eventually you can kind of get to these places if you're practiced enough, and it'll start to kind of click more naturally. But even the best of the best, they are using, like, photo reference. And there's a lot of stuff that is available. Even Clip has, like, obviously, you're working on a drawing pad, so it's a little different. But even just having something to look at can help a lot. But Clip has, like, model placement software that you can just, like, put stuff on. You can trace shit. Just don't plagiarize stuff, but you can trace images, especially if you're taking photos of yourself doing stuff. Like, take a picture of your bed at kind of the angle you're thinking of, and then look at that and try to, like, just draw it onto the paper. And then from there, like put the big physical stuff in place first, then start trying to put stuff on top of it. Because you're gonna start drawing a person, and you're gonna like how this or that looks in the thing you drew, and it's not meshing with an actual, like, physical bed. You know what I mean? And I've done that plenty of times where I draw a person first, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're supposed to be sitting on something? Shit. And then you're, like, trying to work that, like, you want the whole picture at once and not just the individual details. And that's where you're gonna get caught up with, like, this doesn't look right. Why doesn't this look right? Why won't this fit together? Because you got the whole forest, and then you can start drawing trees. So I would say, get a picture of a bed, even if it's just you taking a picture on your fucking phone, something like that, or some kind of model, like, reference software. There's one, I can't remember what it's called. I have it, but I haven't had to use it for a while, so I don't remember what it's called. But, like, there are plenty of free ones out there, and you can just place them and then just do that. Just look at something and draw it, and I promise you that shit will go 100% smoother. It'll still be difficult because, like, looking at it and drawing a thing can be kind of hard, but it will still, like, go a lot better for you if you're just looking at reference. Never go, this sucks, I hate it. Instead, go, this is not what I wanted it to be. But I better learn something, even though I don't know what it is. Yeah, you need a lot of error for the trial and error to work. And you'll just learn from it. Even if it's just like, oops, shouldn't have done that. You learned. Clips models have saved my ass so many times. See, and I think the thing that I have struggled with the most is oftentimes when I start something, because I already have an image in my head, and then something's not working, and then I'm trying to make models work with the thing that I have in my brain, and I can't get it to work that way, because realizing suddenly that things in my brain space don't work like that in the real world. So try to start with, like, some kind of model, generally with what you had in mind first, and that will save you a lot of pain. And then you can extrapolate on it all you want, like, after you have things kind of set in place. I've drawn two people looking at each other, and the first one looks like they were looking into the void, while the second was looking perfectly at them. Yeah, I know that feeling. Okay, wait, I gotta get this set up, hold on. I got distracted answering your question, but it's still important. But I think the overall sentiment with with these drawing exercises we'll eventually get to, and even just art in general, is always big picture first. Then you can move in. But you want the big picture first. You want the big, like, things placement. You want to draw people in a room. Try to get that room going a bit first. Even if it's just, like, weird hodgepodge together, you're looking at some models or something, or you're just blocking things in. Do that shit first. Draw the body shapes first, you know, like, as a whole body, not just the parts. The less strokes you can have, the better. Try to think of it like that. Just, like, big shape, one leg, foot, you know, like, we're not going for detail. So, keep that in mind. I'm gonna try the 30 minutes. So it will start us with 10 poses for 30 seconds, okay? These are all gonna be really quick, really scribbly. And then we'll get 5 poses for a minute. So, you know, try going still quick, and then you'll be afforded some space to go in and get things a little more cleaned up. and then 5 minutes, and then we'll have one post for 10 minutes. And if it sucks, I'll, like, jump to something else. Okay. No, stop. Okay, how am I going to show this? I do this, and then... Give me a second. Oh, what the fuck is it? Window capture. Okay. Do you work? Boom. There we go. It kind of covers you guys up, but like... Maybe I can move it over here. I'm gonna... You guys can't see shit, but you can't see your own words. It's all covered up and looking bad over there. Anyway, you can see this. Okay. I'm just making sure it was kind of like behind me in a just a little bit at least. Go back. A little smaller. Okay. That's fine. That's good enough. Because I'm mostly drawing over here anyway, so... Okay, I have not... I have it stopped. So we can, Okay. Okay. I'll count us down. Alright? Okay, alright. We're ready? We're ready to improve our art together? Cool. Let's go. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Me go. Me go too. Okay, I gotta... I feel this is like kind of small, but Ooh. It's okay. It can look bad. Don't worry about it. Ooh, that's complicated, but let's fucking go. I should just not Control Z at all. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Habit. More. All right. This fucking music's a little intense. Okay, wee, and then wee, and then. Foot. Oops. He got really fucking... The head was so small. This dude and his tidy whities out in the forest, huh? Out here, and then go in, we go out a little bit, and tidy whities, and... Fuck. So... Okay, that's fine. Much calmer, that's for sure. Fuck. New layer. There's a lot more going on. Damn. I like that one. Whatever. Okay. Big shape. Kind of hip back here, and then tucked right in. Cheek, I guess. Try not to get too lost, but I'm trying to draw a face fast. Fucking bants. These bants. Okay. We got this. I think something that can kind of help sometimes is thinking of things in, like, planes. Like a simplified 3D model, in a sense. I keep drawing a placement for the head, and it's kind of irrelevant, and I think it's fucking me up, honestly. Don't think too much, just fucking get going. Ooh. Hand really big, who gives a shit? Get it out. Oh my god, I have to keep talking. Okay, look, you have to let me fucking spew this shit out of my brain. This is like the worst one I've had the whole time. This lady is cursing me. Alright, let's go. Moving on. Okay. I'm gonna start with the body. We're gonna kinda... He's got... Oh, okay. This hand is down, and then this is... His head is kind of out here. He's got another hand. We've got like a brow that you can see. And this is more like down here. And then we're gonna... Fuck. Alright, lady. I think you'll fit perfectly right in here. This lady has nice shapes, and I like the black underwear because it, like, really defines where, like, the hips and chest and stuff are. It's just, like, actually useful. Stop doing that. Okay. And then we... butt, and then we... leg that I'm running out of room for. And this shoulder's gonna come out here. We're gonna... Alright, this is 5 minute. I'm going to another layer. Whee! Gonna block out the head. We're gonna round up here. Oops. I'm like, yeah, give myself more space, and then I immediately am like going way over space budget. Detail. I'm not doing the full body. Stop. Stop. I'm gonna let the dress swoopy like this, and then it kind of goes up a little bit, and then it kind of ruffles back here and does this before hitting shape again. And kind of Come on, come on. Oh my god, that's just my pen not wanting to do that. And then an in, and then here, and then this kind of works out because we can't really see the feet that much anyway. Yeah, grass, you know? Now this can give us a little time. We gotta pull in this forehead and puff out that cheek a little bit, and then let's see, chin kind of out, and this slopes gently, kind of the rest of the way down. And then we get like a kind of a out here. We'll go. Sometimes you can really just like damn, we got like more time than I thought. Got a minute 50 left on this bad boy. Let's get this nice little smile in. Kind of curved, you know. This is a little bit more smoothly into that sweet night. And this kind of does that, and nope, glasses. No, it's kind of more like this, because we're looking at things at an angle. I know. See, I also go out the page, so like this kind of just curves in, and then this a bit like, whoop. It's not so bad. Also, the ear doesn't really look like their ear. It's just like all right, this guy. Got 5 minutes for this guy too. I think my figure's too big. Yeah, me too. I feel like if I maybe used a paper that was like long instead of wide, might help. Okay. We're gonna just block this out a little bit. We got it. No, I need to move over. Hold on. Ponytail. Shoulder, but we got sloping. Wider. This guy's got like a big shape to him. He's got that big kind of strongman belly, you know what I mean? This really like comes in. Okay, this like bows out and then really kind of just comes in. And then we've got kind of round this out. I feel like I'm still not making him wide enough. Shoulder. All right, I have a little bit of time, so I'm affording myself this time. Shoulder here. And then converging point. The belly kind of comes in to where this hand is, and you can't see where it connects. It's just like hand. So we're gonna swoop this in a bit. Still give it that nice kind of outward bowed shape. Then we're gonna come right in. Nice. And then here you can see this guy's, the spine comes in a bit here. And then out. And that's why you can see this little extra bit on the other side, because it's the other half of his back. And then just leave that messy. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And then butt be sticking out a bit. And then, okay, this is kind of sloping just as it is. Kind of comes in, and then it kind of does this. Up. And we're making this a bit smaller, just a tad, so I can fit it. Okay. Foot. Leg. So it's facing out a bit, so the knee is much higher than the other knee in perspective. And then this is kind of how the leg is bending. And then, okay, back to this guy. He's a lot more down, and then this way, and then this guy's a little more. And this guy's a bit more forward facing. Stop. I can't see his fucking foot very well. And then it's like this way. The toes are here. Okay, let's see here. Oh. This is 10 minutes? This baby? Oh my god, okay. Best baby I've ever drawn in my life coming right up. I mean, he's crying. Whose baby is this? Okay. We're gonna size this baby out in the whole picture here. We're gonna give... This baby's got a long head, okay? Got a long head here. And he's like... Let's see. And we gotta... I'm just gonna shape out a little peanut body. Whoop. And then we're gonna... Don't really see much here. You kind of get a little bit of the thigh in there, and then you get a little... And a little foot. And then we get this little uppy. And in. And then foot again. Except for this one's much more this way. And then we get... but this is a lot more in. Hold on. I could be afforded. You can see it's very... The foot is very close over here. In relation to other things I'm trying to keep in mind. And this is like uppy, and then... Dipe. Okay. And then we're... Hello, hi. I'm under pressure, okay? We got 8 minutes to draw this fucking baby. And then baby's got arm down here, little hand, which is... Okay, this foot sticks out, like, way more. This one's more in perspective, that's why it's like that. And baby hand. Chunky little hand. Little fingies, little whoop whoop whoops, little... And this is a bit here. This is a little close. This foot sticks out way more than I think. Okay, because this arm totally clears the knee. That's what's important. This goes back there. And this arm. This goes up like this and slopes gently. Gentle. And it only curves in and then it's, yeah, kind of like that. Wow. Okay, smooth. Little hand. Get a little bit of a neck. A little bit. Kind of, well, they got a little belly. They got little pot bellies. You know what I mean? Kind of stick out way more, like a bit down. Belly button. We got these fucking dipes all up in this business, all up here. It doesn't quite. Oh my god, this is where Riku comes in. Oh. I got this very thin. Oh, it kind of cuts in here, and then we have this little fold. Kind of go here. This whole bidness up here. Oh yeah. This is a bit more forward fit because you can kind of see the top of the foot. You know what I mean? Boop. Boop. No. I'm gonna see where this, like, actually the little connection up here. Smooth little shoulder slope. Oh. Haven't even touched the actual face. Focusing on everything else. Really see how the light hit. It's like the light hitting the belly is kind of deceptive because it's really like one little shape. But like you can see the light hitting it like this. It makes it look like it's poking out a lot more. I can come in with a little. Okay. Arm. Fat little hand. Let's see. kind of goes like this. And then thumb disappears in the little toesies, and it's maybe a little more actually. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just, and we got, everything's very rounded, you know? The wrist is gonna be like this, and then like that, basically. And then this fat little hand. Okay, and this is gonna kind of smoothly go this way. And we're gonna... a little bit. No hard edges here, because this is... there's a baby. And then we get a little bit of a whoop. But then we swoop back in. And then we're gonna... and then we get a little bendy finger in here. And then we get kind of just a little straight out finger here, which kind of just goes back into this. And just really having a time, you know? Okay, what about some... hold on. We're swooping in, and then we're slowly sloping out a bit. It's a lot more out here. It's like this shape. And then we go in a little bit. So we got that little armpit fat. This like leans out as we're... no, stop. Oh, I don't even get to the fucking face. I got so caught up in like everything else. Winkly. Okay, don't kick me out. No. Go back. No, leave me alone. No! I wanted to at least like finish it. Okay, alright, okay, so that was half an hour, guys. We did half an hour. The body came out fine, yeah. For 10 minutes, I was, I don't know, I could have done more, I suppose, but... where the fuck is it? Okay. So, there, we did half an hour. Together! It was us! Oh my god. I thought the 30-second one were the most stressful ones, but then a baby shows up. Yes, please, if you're in the Discord, feel free to post pictures of your stubbies. Your studies. So we can all see. Let me go back over. So, I still had some of the same problems I had, but I think they're definitely better. I also, here's my recommendation, label what they are. Like these were all 30, these are all 30 seconds. I haven't ever done the longer classes and only did the 30-second ones. So I appreciate the variety of body types. I'm so bad at heavier bodies that I want to do better with them. Yeah, no, I also like that there's just a lot of different varieties. Like, as much as wheelchairs are complicated, like, I also like that there are several options in there. Anyway, these, I feel like, are better than my original ones. These were more like... Wait, how many of these were there? 9. Okay, that was 9. So one of these, I believe, this was 30, and then the rest of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were a minute. Some things were definitely better. Like, I was getting better with just, like, drawing, like, that's always where I want to start, is, like, the back. Is, like, the curve of the back. You know what I mean? Like, that big defining, like, the spine. Which is not a bad place to start, because, you know, it's literally the center of all of it. These were a minute. These were both 5 minutes. Stop. Go here. I like how this one came out. Because, like, I got most of it, and then, like, also the face a bit. I think this eye needs to be lifted, but that's fine. I can draw feet. I can draw feet. I got that. And then this fucking baby. I think I took too long trying to figure out the shapes of it a little bit. I should have been able to, for 10 minutes, I should have been able to go to the face, but I was avoiding it because I really didn't want to. I thought I had way more time. I was not looking at the clock, though, to be fair. Which is, again, I guess goes back to the draw the bigger picture first, and then, like, before trying to fix details... that baby's face was my face throughout the whole drawing session. Where he was like... Bleh. That was, like, more open. He was fucking, like, upset. And he's like... See, it would have been good if I had practiced the face at all, but I was like, I can get back to that. That, I was pushing off because I was like, that's detail work. When I should have gotten anything. Because it's like, it's about the whole picture. It's about the feeling of it. You know what I mean? So it would have been better if I had just, like, scribbled something out that was like, you know. Something like that. That's my criticism. I do like how this hand came out, though. I like how the little fingies came out. I don't know. Again, feet just aren't a problem for me, so... Of course, I'm like, I just kind of do whatever, and I'm like, I'll get to the toes in a bit. But I spent too long trying to refine the larger shapes instead of just getting things out. I'll write the 10. Anyway, there we go. We did that. We did some studies together. What's nice about, if anybody hasn't, or you haven't looked it up, or like you'd want to do this on your own, there are a lot of different websites that you could use that have like stock imagery and stuff like that that you can, you know, model work and stuff like that. But the one I was very specifically using is Line of Action, which is probably one of the more common ones you're going to find. I'll put the link right in here. Stop doing that link. Within it, you can choose what kind of models. You can choose, like, specific genders. They even have, like, non-binary, like, options specifically. You can choose ages, which is cool. And then you can have, like, so what we did, it said what kind of session. on the website. Here, I'll put it back up so you can see. So here you can choose like different, like, you know, all models, only nude, only covered models. I'm playing it safe because I'm streaming and I don't want to get in trouble. Though I definitely recommend, especially if you're comfortable with it, like, include nude models, because it's just body, it's just anatomy, it's just better practice, especially if you're gonna see how, like, legs and things click together. You want that. Anyway, you can select specific, like, gender, like, options, and I like that they put, like, female read models and, like, male red models and stuff, and then, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, ages, yada yada. What we did is we did class mode, and I chose 30 minutes. If you hover over it, it tells you exactly what you're getting into. So 30 minutes was 10 poses for 30 seconds, 5 for a minute, 2 for 5 minutes, and then 1 for 10 minutes. And it's over before you know it. It was only half an hour. The worst was the fucking, yeah, like, the music when we're doing the 30-second ones, and we're all like... There's an hour, and, like, some of this is, like, 6 hours. Like, that's, like, a full college class. That's a lot. And they do have scheduled breaks in it, you can see, where it's like you're doing this, and then they're like, take a break for 10 minutes, and it's time. So you can always try stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty hardcore. That's if you have 6 fucking hours to spare. Not a bad thing or anything, it's just a lot. But even just doing 30 minutes a day, and if you keep doing it, like, and I say a day, I mean, like, every day, maybe every other day, but, like, the consistency, that's what helps. That's the persistence will help train, like, your hand and your eye to, like, see the shapes, and you'll get faster and better at reading what you're supposed to do. Oh, I smell meat. I smell cooking meat. It smells good. Anyway, 30 minutes, like an hour, that's fantastic. Obviously don't do anything to an extent that you would hurt your hand or anything like that. But, anyway, yeah, no, there we go, we did it. We could always do more. Obviously, we only did half an hour, and we've been in stream for a little over an hour, so we will be doing more here shortly. But, you know, we gotta stop. We have to discuss. We have to see what we've done. I think a lot of it is just, like, not being afraid to let it look weird. I also gotta stop doing perfect circles for their heads, because once I started letting them be, like, blocks, kind of, like here, I just kind of drew, like, more of a block. It's a bit more organically the shape of a head is, like, a square, or, like, a rectangle. Like, the heads are usually much longer than you think. Everybody's shaped different, but, like, heads are, like, much more like an oval than a circle. And that's something that I keep doing. But also, sometimes it can just fuck you up visually if you're trying to draw, like, because I'll do this, or be like, I'm gonna draw a person, and I draw, like, a circle or whatever, and then I start drawing a face on it, you know? And it starts, like, fucking with, like, my perception of, like, where the skull should go and end. When the head can go back here and then, like, lead into the neck, and then I'm like, the forehead is actually out here, and, like, there's a lot of just, like, things you have to do to try and, like, fix it. Oh, sorry, that's not very easily visible for you guys, but let me turn that back off. But, like, especially, like, generally, like, heads are weirdly shaped, and you're just gonna have a better time if you just, like, let it be kind of a square. And then you can, like, soften and, like, add the little, you know, a chin, define the cheek a bit, forehead, cheek. Anyway, especially for quick stuff, because, like, here, like, this guy's head, I was just like, it's just block shape, ponytail goes back here, you know? He didn't have too much face showing. It was a lot of just, like, behind, like that. I didn't quite get to it. You know, he's got his ear here, the neck. that leads down into the spine we were seeing back here. Legit, that's kind of why I draw heads first, because if I don't know, it's not going to sit on the body right, because the actual head never sits perfectly on whatever guidelines I put down. Yeah, I feel like the head is just easy to be like, cool, here it is, and then everything's spawning from it. But I know that another really helpful thing, again, because the shoulders and the waist inform where and how most of the body moves, including the head, including all the limbs. So, like, I know some people will be like, yeah, cool, here's the shoulders, right? And then you'll draw, like, hips, okay? And then from there, you can, like, draw your head a bit and, like, here's your torso, and I don't know, we'll arm a bit. And then you can back here, and then you're in front, I guess. See, look at that. Oh god, I smell food. I probably won't make it to the second round. I'll have to sleep soon. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just happy that you joined for the first round in the first place. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do for the second round. Maybe we'll, because, like, I think you can specifically look at, like, hands and faces and other things. Let me see. Because this is, like, figure studies specifically. Line of action, figure drawing, animal drawing, faces and expressions, hands and feet, scenes and environment. So if you just go to the main page on the website, there are multiple options. We just went to figure drawing. Hands and feet are obviously great practice. You can focus on one or the other. Class mode, yada yada. Maybe we'll do some of this. Be nice to... Do we want to do expressions, like the face? Or do we want to do hands and feet? Both are going to be hard for different reasons. I gotta spit this gum. What is the website name? Line of Action. Let me say it out loud. It's called Line of Action. There are a lot of other websites that are also really useful that I have up here. Bodies in Motion and Quick Poses are other ones as well. But Line of Action has like a class setting. You could also just have it be like, oh, I'm going to do it until I just want to stop, and you can have them be up for 30 seconds or 60 seconds or whatever. But class mode specifically like starts you with short ones and then works into longer ones. So it's useful for that. But that's why Line of Action is really nice, because it kind of has those options. But we can do faces and expressions, which obviously I'm very inclined towards, but also hands and feet. And I'm much more inclined towards the hands than the feet, because I'm like, I can draw feet. That's... I mean, there's always room for practice. I'm just not, like, dying. Yeah. Maybe we'll do hands and feet. Both hands and feet. Any hands and feet. Wait, will I get in trouble with Twitch because there's feet on the screen? Am I gonna get in trouble? Is Twitch gonna come after me because I'm drawing feet? I'm like half joking, and then but I'm also like, wait, but like, will I get in trouble if like, because you're gonna be up there for like extended periods of time, okay? This is not me going, haha, look at my socks, and then I lift my foot from the depths to stick it right here in front of my face. This is like naked foot on screen for a while. Faces. Maybe we can do, or we can just do hands. You want to just do some hands? Let's just play it safe and we'll just do hand practice. Because again, I'm not dying for foot practice, mostly because that's just not something I struggle that much with, so. And we'll do the same format of the half an hour, 30 seconds, minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But first, I'm gonna take a small break, as in I'm gonna go to the bathroom. People, you know, stand up a little bit, shake your legs, and then we'll get right back to it. God, that food smells good. Man, it smells yummy. Okay, real quick, bathroom break, and then we will continue, okay? Okay. All right, wait, let me pause this before it starts playing another song. Okay. Quick break. I had to get myself a cheese snack because that food smells really good. It's really starting to get to me. Yummy. Ugh. Ooh. Baby cat didn't even know. He knows the sound of, because you know the little baby bell cheeses, and a little round guy wrapped in the wax and a little plastic, and I could just grab one, and he knows, because he knows the sound. He also knows the sound of me opening the container of cottage cheese, and so he'll be like dead asleep, and he'll just hear like the lid, and he'll be like. And he'll get up and quickly run into the kitchen and then scream at me. So, but he's asleep, or at least assumingly, in his office fort. Let's see if we can see him. Oh my goodness, who is that in there? Oh, hi baby, sorry to disturb you. I wish I could show his face better, but there he is. He's been with us the whole time. Yeah, he's camping. He's got a fort. He's got his little tent. Because he doesn't necessarily want to get in. He wants to be under the blanket canopy. And he didn't even know I had a cheese in the room. I got it all to myself. Oh, God. Hold on. Okay. I had almost knocked over one of the many Soras. Scoot in. When I was leaving for my little break. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna make a little folder. I'm gonna put figure. Oop. Hey, when did I switch to Japanese? Oopsie. Figures. Surprised it was even letting me type in. Clip is kind of picky about that. This, we do no one. And now we can go to hands. Also, I feel like there's something that needs to be said with all of this, because... Turn the music back on. It's easy to do a lot of these practices, and you can, like, bust this shit out all you want and still struggle with art. And I think what's really important is, one, to find things that you enjoy drawing that make you want to improve. So I'm still plagued 5 years later to want to draw Sora a lot. Sora, Riku, I literally seek to grow in my art just so I can draw them. You know, we can go from this to this. You can't see it very well, but we can do that. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as, you know, you're stoked about it, like, chase that. Do not feel embarrassed if it is only one thing for, like, 10 years. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. And genuinely, you are going to get better just from drawing and drawing something you like than just doing these exercises and nothing else. So, which isn't to say that this stuff isn't important, because it is. It is very an eat your vegetables kind of a situation where, like, you kind of have to do this to try and, like, practice, like, seeing shapes and drawing the bigger picture and, like, yeah, exactly. Does it spark joy? And if it does, keep going. It can just be difficult to apply these exercises that you're doing to the other stuff you're trying to draw. And so I think it's important to, like, do both of these things and, like, try to find a middle ground where you can blend them together. Like, oh, I want to draw Sora, maybe I'll draw from a screenshot and, like, see how this goes. Like, we'll try to repaint a screenshot, or I'll, like, look at models specifically, and I'm like, I'm going to work on anatomy, but I am also going to try and apply it in a way that, like, you know, like, I don't know, again, it's just, whatever, Sora, I'm drawing Sora or something, right? And I'm, like, looking at, like, reference. I'm looking at, like, a model of some kind. You can improve an insane amount in 1 year just from hyperfixation alone. Exactly. Oh my god, the things it can do to you. The way I saw my art jump in just, like, 5 months of drawing versus the, like, last 5 years prior that, like, I was a slug person and I didn't do anything but play League of Legends and, like, go to work. It was immense. The best advice I've heard is to, once you are done doing this kind of practice, is to immediately after draw without references to, like, cement it in your mind. Yes, I think that's a great thing to do, because, like, you can do the exercise, you can trace an anatomy, like, very intensive model, you can do all of this stuff, but if you don't immediately try to apply it, it kind of just falls to the wayside. It's kind of like, in a sense, learning a language that, like, sure, you can be told, like, a vocabulary word, you know, you can be told, like, what something is called, but if you're not actively recalling it and trying to use the words that you're learning, they become way harder to, like, actually remember. Like, it's the active, like, use of something that helps cement it in your brain. Which is, I think, part of the issue I've been having while learning Japanese, is that, like, reading and stuff comes a lot more easily to me. But I noticed that the second I am, like, prompted to say something, even by, like, my friend, you know, and I may know all the pieces and parts, but suddenly I can't compose a sentence, like, at all. And I'm like, even though I know what it means, and I could read it and I would know what it meant, right? And I could, like, I definitely probably, I know more kanji than said friend, but said friend has more practice speaking it. And so they can just say things, you know, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, you know? It's stuff like that where it's like, you need to, like, use it. It needs to go both ways to, like, build that street in your brain. It can't just come in and then, like, not get used. You need to finish the road. You know, it needs to go in and then it needs to come back out. So I think that's important. So, like, doing a bunch of this stuff and then being like, cool, I'm gonna, like, try and draw something and let it be that thing you care about so much, that thing that drives you to draw. Like, apply it. Use it. Start with joy, then use joy to go, I want to do this thing I love better. This tastes terrible, Lord, but I'll do it for you, Lord. I need to crack down on those Super Smash Bros. Sora studies. Yeah, that's actually a really good reference, because he's very movement. And I have one voice. Reading is okay, but write and speak. Yeah, different. They're different. They're all, like, different, like, skills. Just in terms of, like, language and stuff, it's wild how much, like, they are all separate things. So, like, I have a much easier time, like, memorizing, like, visually, and, like, the pieces and parts. Like, kanji, like, comes way more easily to me than other parts. I'm just like, oh yeah, I can see, like, the image attached with the word. Cool. Easy. And then it's like, say a basic sentence, then I go, and I have to, like, think about it. Because I'm just not used to doing it. I also have a harder time, like, listening. Like, it'll just be sound that just in one ear and out the other. And that happens in English, too. But, I don't know, listening comprehension. That is also a totally separate skill. Anyway, practicing art, doing things. Important to do your studies and eat your vegetables, but then like also go have fun with it and like immediately try to do it. I think there was that one exercise. Sorry, I keep talking instead of doing the actual art study. But I remember it was like, okay, this is the easiest way to get to drawing something better. First, draw it from memory. Then go get an actual reference, like a real last like photo of whatever it is. Or perhaps even the character, if you're wanting to draw a character. Something like that. Go to the source material. And then like draw from that reference. And then after you draw from the reference, draw from memory again. And suddenly you'll be like, wow, holy shit. Like I remember the example image was like drawing a shrimp. And you know, whoop, and then you got your legs and stuff. And then it was like, okay, we're drawing it from like the actual reference. Here's like a nice detailed photo of a shrimp. And then like now you suddenly have this knowledge and you can go and apply it. And then you're like, oh yeah, I remember the little details. I remember how to do this. And it doesn't have to look realistic or exactly the same. It's just like now you kind of just know how to draw a shrimp. So it's the same thing where, you know, you draw something from memory and then you're like, God, how do fucking hands work? And then you go and look at a photo of a hand. And then if you draw it like a third time, and then you're like, oh my God, I get it. So same logic here. We're drawing from reference. We're trying to practice. We're trying to get those shapes and quicker movements and broader strokes. And then we gotta go actually like apply it. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna work on hands. What's up? Missing the step of existential dread when drawing hands. That's okay. Strangely enough, hands became a lot more easy for me. Hands became a lot easier for me when I was doing like cleanup work. And it's just like I had to do a lot of like, here are characters like grabbing weapons and moving and stuff like that. And it was just like so much more broken down into like simple shapes that I was like, oh, okay, cool. You can just draw it this way, and like the lack of detail, you can just draw a hand being like, okay, here's the top part, here's where the thumb goes, you know, and then a hand can be like this. And then and then the pinky can be a little separate, you know. And then you the amount of times I had to draw like this specifically and then be like, all right, here's the thumb coming in. Because of this like wrestler guy I had to draw. And he was always like doing this, you know, ready to grapple. And I just had to draw like his fucking hands like over and over. And sometimes you just break it down. All of it's just learning to break this shit down into simple shapes. Instead of like trying to, I don't know, getting lost in the details of it, I suppose, and being like, but the finger looks like this, and I can't, you know, it's just like, okay, the broad flat of the hand, wrist goes here, you know, this is also not straight where the knuckles meet on your hand. This is a point of advice, okay, they have, like, it almost feels like it goes straight, it does not. Your fist goes, like, it, like, bows up. So it's very like, here's the wrist, and then we're going up here, and then you have like your knuckles. It's like this, always. Okay, it's not, the less it's like a box, the better it's gonna look. Just by the simple trick, knuckles are like uneven in that sense. And thus, so are the fingers. And then, like, the thumb would be over here. And then see, this is where, like, the little hand bones would be going. Anyway, very simple shapes. Once you learn how the shapes break down, it's like, oh wow, oh my god. They're still gonna be hard though. They're still gonna be hard though. Don't fucking get too fucking excited. Hands, you know. I always feel like I can kind of understand where hands go. Fingers go, I mean. But like I don't like the shapes of the fingers I'm drawing most of the time. Like, I want, like, a specific... There's a shape I love. I love when you can see, like, kind of the shape of the pads of the fingers. You know what I mean? Like this one. This one got it. I love that look, but, like, it's not where I want it to be. Anyway. Just remember... You're just trying to get the very general shapes. Doesn't have to look perfect. Doesn't have to look good. We're doing 30 seconds, and we're doing 10 of those, and then we will get into more detailed stuff. Okay? Okay, okay, okay. Still taking song requests, by the way. Don't be afraid to put something in. Okay, so we're gonna do another half an hour. Where's the screen? There it is. Alright, I'm gonna start. Where's the fucking... There it is. I'll count us down. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Quick, quick. Okay. Oh my god, okay, fine. That's still not bad. Yeah, one hand is a lot easier than fucking 4 of them. Okay, meat of the palm, and then... other meat of palm, and then... wrist, this goes down here, and... fuck. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. To a gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. Who fucking put this in? I don't want to get in trouble with licensed music. Okay. Well, if I get in trouble, I'm blaming whoever did this. Okay, this is very... It's a lot easier to fit on a page, though, that's for sure. The fuck is this? Oh my god, these hands are so fucking red. This is nice. This is not it, but like... Okay, and then... More... Fuck. Fine. Okay, this is a minute. Wonderful. Yeah, this is nice. Damn. This fucking lady with the biggest thumb. Okay. This is like, let's see, I got some fucking... Then we got a very sharp uptick here with the knuckle. Then down the way. Then we'll kind of face out a little bit, and then slopes in. That kind of wraps around, and then this one's just a bit more like here. Pinkies. Okay. This one's a lot more forward. Fuck. I liked how that was coming out. Okay. Kind of getting the arm in here too, because it's just important. Be like, there's the little. You can see again the knuckles are like not fucking. Let's see, we got one that's higher, and then we've got kind of like. Here and then. Over here. Oh boy. A lot more. Fucked up how much like fingers are just in perspective, just like a circle. Okay, this is 5 minutes. How much longer? I'm gonna stream until fucking dinner is ready. That's how long I'm gonna stream. But if people like this, we can always do this more. I mean, I think it's a nice thing to do. You know, it gets me to do it, which is a good thing. And then, okay, let's see here. We're going... And we're gonna hand this way. It's okay, it doesn't have to look perfect. And then we're gonna... Because the knuckles are going off this way. This is where... This is managing to stay up while these are coming in. And then one is... Down this way. This is a little bigger. And tilted in like that. And this thumb is much more, you can see him. Okay. Much more. There we go, like this. Something that can help too, a lot, to help with like the 3D space, is like putting the nails on your fingers. Suddenly it like helps like orient like which way they're facing. It's very simple. It's a very much a recommended habit if I could. This goes out and then... Sometimes it can feel like it's like too much, you're working with too much, you know? But once you kind of figure it out, it will really help elevate the kind of like, just the 3D-ness of the fingers, I guess. Has anyone played Gris? I have it, and I haven't played it yet. I've been meaning to. Yeah, let's see here. Let's kind of differentiate these a little bit. There's a knuckle here. There's... We can actually see all of the nail on this finger. And this has like a point up here, and then we're gonna go this. We're still gonna bend over. We're gonna, because okay, this is gonna go a little more out. angle this one a little bit because it's more coming over the side here. More like this. Hey. Ooh, baby cat. Oh, it's because his food just went off. This is a lot more straight. Alright, this is also 5 minutes, so you can take your time a little bit. You can definitely see where the shapes kind of cut in with the palm. With this upper meat part. Then you got your right here where the thumb connects, and then you've got that third section of the hand. Okay. Give myself the space a little bit. We're gonna let this shit come down. Just wrap around this way. Ooh, that cuts off weird. I want this, go here. And let's see. And the fingers are all gonna go be this way. This one's, yeah, up here. And we get a little gap, and then we got this guy's just kind of straight down. The pinky is like going off of where you think it would be. Even like tighten this in a little bit. Okay, little gap. And we're just gonna let this be. We got a little segment here, and then it's kind of. Fingers really are just like weird little cylinders, so this, swoop in a little bit. We got a fingertip. This comes in here, and this wraps around here, and then fingernail. Just a little bit, and then this. Need to extendo just a little bit. So the pinky covers most of the side of the hand over here. So we're gonna, little gap. Oop. Little gap, and then we're gonna bring this guy in over here. And he's kind of tilted, so he's... You can still kind of see how this is over here. And then the curve of the nail kind of helps the shape. Guy's got some fucking dry skin, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna extend the thumb a bit. Let's bring this guy out here some. Okay, because we get a dip in, and then we get kind of the curve, like that corner of the thumb pad, and then we put a little down here, and it slopes back in, and then we get this whole other section of the thumb, and then the meat of the palm. And this is gonna, okay, tighten this up just a little bit, because we do see that stretch up there. It's essentially like this. Dude, this guy's got some fat fucking fingers. It's like this middle finger is just so like, damn, round sausage. And then this, and then got like this, and then we got where it bends down here a little bit. Just gonna down. And the hand, that's like the back of the hand back there. And then we got the big fingernail here. Kind of ends like that. That's nice. That's a nice one. What the fuck? This is like the same shit from before, but now we got 10 minutes. All right, we're coming back. Hi. Okay. I gotta finish my 10-minute hands. Alright, we got the time now. Maybe they just don't have that many hand references, I don't know. Okay. We're getting the arms in a bit. We're just gonna... These are coming up here, and they like slope this way, and then meet the arms, and then these arms are like swooping in and going like whoop, right, and then these ones are, and then they're getting a little bit of a little up and then wrap back in. You gotta have that little, there's that little space in between. I'm gonna have to move some stuff, but okay. I'm gonna start top. Straight and then bend in the pressure of the finger pad. You don't even really see the finger pad, it's just like in. And this person is very, let's see, 3D movement of the knuckle and let's see. This is where their wrist kind of meets. Like that. A bit. Out and then, or I guess in and then out with the fingy. This. I'm gonna get a bump of the knuckle and then 3 segments now. Yeah, it's time to redeem ourselves after the 30-minute one. We're fucking back and we're stronger than ever. Okay. And then this has a good... knuckle here. And then it really kind of cuts into the wrist like that. We've got other thumb. Tutorial boss is also the final boss, yeah. And we're gonna get this here. And let that fold over. And big knuckle. That comes into the hand like that. This person is, let's see here. We're gonna wrist a little bit, and then they're gonna come in like so, and then their little fingy's gonna go really up and then over. And 3D of it. But they still got some knuckle back here. I hope maybe my talking through it is maybe helping things make a little sense, I guess. And this kind of cuts a little bit more down. Okay, let's see. Let's round out this knuckle. We got 5 minutes left. 5.5 minutes. Okay. This is a bit more. Oops. There we go. Smooth and a slope, but thinner. This is a lot more up here, and then that slopes in, and then this is a little bigger than where the finger. That was too short. That was much too short. It was so pleasant to listen to. And then this person's... Okay. Okay. Now we've got that. Now we can get to the other hands. Got just under halfway. Okay, let's get this a bit bigger. Let's locate the wrist. We'll get to the gap. Okay, knuckle. And then turns down for a spell. And get the kind of wraps around here a little bit. And then we're gonna... That's here. This bit of... So this person's... Kind of a gentle slope up to the way it kind of turns in. So we're gonna... This person's hand is gonna... Their wrist is gonna go more up here. So they've got... thumb. Knuckle. Oops. God, okay. This is here. We need this in between here. Let's see here. A bit of meat here, and then less than a minute. Starting to lose my fucking steam just a bit. This thumb looked nice, but... This bends over here a little bit. Yeah, alright. Okay, let's see here. 10 minutes. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What side program is this? This is Line of Action. The 30-second ones were brutal. Let me, once again, Line of Action. Linking it. You can go to any one of these things here, and you can select how you want to do stuff. Figure drawing, animal drawing, ooh, faces and expressions, hands and feet, blah, blah, blah. And you go, and you're like, yeah, I want to, cool. Oh, you can select specific emotions you want to work on. You can choose all sorts of things. And then as a one reminder, you can use class mode. And class mode, you can hover over it, and it tells you exactly how much things you're going to do. For however long, we did 30 minutes. 10, 30 seconds, 5, 1 minutes. I don't even remember what the fuck the 1 minute ones were at this point. These were definitely the 30 seconds, and then these guys were, these were 5. Which you could tell. These were 1 minute. Some of these were 1 minute. Pretty sure these were 1 minute. Thanks for something we just made blobs of in the full body sessions. It was stressful. 30 seconds is not enough for... honestly, I found drawing the hands easier than doing the full figures. I don't know. I think because there's less of it than like a whole body, I guess. Anyway, a very useful site. Highly recommended. The close-up hands are scary. That's fair. What the? No, don't choose other... There we go. Don't choose my other fucking tab I have up. It's something that, like, once you kind of get past the, like, idea of, like, detailing for fingers and stuff, like, again, it's just breaking things into shapes. And so, like, when you do get, like, the idea of, like, what shapes break down into the hands, it does get a lot easier. Like, way easier. Like, just, like, the hand, the palm is made of 3 parts. Like, 3 pieces of meat, okay? Your thumb fucking joint meat over here. Your, like, the side of your palm meat. And then, like, the pads of your fucking... right here. And then fingies sprout out the top. And that's where things start to get complicated. But even just getting the very general shape of, like, right here... like the sides of a hand and where this would come in really suddenly you're like, oh my god, hands? It's crazy how much it can change. All that matters is that the hands are better than the baby. Yeah, basically. Because see, look, the full-bodied things is like, you also gotta draw hands. Oh, come on. This, I'm just drawing some fucking fingers and whatever. It was a lot easier to fit all of this in. Like, I like how this one came out quite a bit. I was liking how this one was coming out, but I didn't get to it fast enough. This one's okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like, I feel like I wasn't really feeling the shape of the hand here. Like this one, specifically. I was not feeling, like, the 3D, the volume of the hand is where I was kind of, because it's like at an angle. So like this would be the top of the hand as it's kind of disappearing, you know, into the horizon. And then you've got your thumb meat here and stuff like that. I liked how that one came out though. And then I do like how these were coming out. I like these ones a lot. They came out pretty good. Outside of, obviously, I ran out of time for the other ones, but like... What about baby hands, though? I was drawing the baby hands. We can look at the baby hands again real quick. Because I did see, I even pointed at it and went, I like how this little hand came out, though, because it's the weird little fingies, because they don't really sit naturally, because it's a baby just going like this all the time, you know? And he's like, eh. So you gotta have, like, the fat and, like, where it ends and stuff with the wrist, where it meets the wrist, and then how it's just, like, fat even, like, rests on top of the hand, and in the little thingies, and, you know, stuff like that. So the baby hands were okay. I didn't get to that one, unfortunately, but... They do got weird fingies. Weird little baby fingies. Anyway, I'm gonna call that one, I'm gonna call that good. Dinner is ready. And it was smelling so fucking good. It was driving me insane. But I wouldn't mind doing this again. That was fun. I'm glad people could join in with me, and whatever you do have, either, you know, I don't know, you could post it online, show people. Or just put it in the Discord and we can, like, point and be like, hey, yeah, look at yours and look at mine and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll do more of this because it keeps me accountable. Yeah, let me save this really quick before I forget. Save as figure study. Is this Discord open? The Discord is open. If you look just below the stream, there should be links to my Discord. Just a little community Discord that I come in and I walk in and I'm like, you're a bunch of animals, and then I post some curse something, and then I fuck off and I play Splatoon. Hi, baby! Oh my god! I know you want to get back in your fort, but guess what? You have to say goodbye to everybody. Baby. Anyway, I'll see you all next time, okay? We'll do something on Thursday. Maybe I'll just play more Katamari. Okay. Do you want in? There. He wants it in his fort. I have to hold it open for him. We'll do something on Thursday, and we'll make sure to do this again. Maybe this will be Tuesday. Art figure study Tuesday. Something like that. Okay, bye. Bye, baby. And bye, everybody else. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for studying with me. I hope it benefits us all. Okay? Alright, see you guys later. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye. Goodbye. Bye, everybody.